Good evening to all our viewers on maqtv and Island TV as well. We'd like to welcome you to our wonderful team draft. This is the first time that you're having a team draft. Normally you have a players draft. But such is the popularity of this event, the US Open T20. You know, our offices have been inundated with calls with teams wanting to come on board, teams looking to register. But before I go into that, I'd really like to say, a heartfelt thank you to all the team owners who are here tonight. We are at Joy's Roti Delight, and this is another wonderful establishment. So we are bringing two beautiful brands together, US Open Cricket and Joy's Roti Delight. And we want to thank Sheila, Pradeep, and of course Dave for their kind generosity. I want to say good evening to the chairman of Cricket Council USA, Mohammed Qureshi. The vice chairman is here as well, Amin Makatia, and the operations manager, Sofian Kamar. So let me just explain what this is all about. The team draft, as I said before, we have been inundated with calls, teams wanting to come on board. The 11th edition of the US Open, the most popular in North America. Everyone wants to play at the US Open T20. Every young cricketer, that's their dream, that's their aspiration. And when registration opened, we got a flood of calls, a flood of interest, and people registering their teams. When we reached 84, I think the chairman couldn't take it anymore. He had to close registration at that point in time, and at that point his headache started. I think today it will ease a little bit because we're going to explain and how we came about finalizing the last 27. So we're going to go with 27 in the senior US Open. We have around 9 teams coming for the youth US Open, 5 from as far away as Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean. So tonight it's about dealing with that. It's about dealing with those lucky 27 teams who have been chosen by the management of Cricket Council USA to get into the final tournament, the tournament that carries 100,000 US first prize, in prize money with a first prize of 50,000 US. And there were a number of things that the maqtv and CCUSA management looked at. They had to look at the manner in which the registration came in, those that came first. There's always a saying that the early bird catches the fattest worm. But that was the case. Also, they gave consideration to teams that would have been here for 10 years and over. And we have those teams coming back. In the initial stages, in the embryonic stages of anything, you remember those who held your hands. And today, those are some of the teams that you'll be seeing that will feature from December the 19th to the 22nd for the Senior US Open. Not to forget, on the 18th, there will be a gala function, a dinner, a celebration of Cricket Council USA. Cricket Council USA is the umbrella body for the US Open, and they will be hosting a gala event, a dinner, just to say thank you. For 20 years, they have been around cricket, pushing cricket here in the United States of America. But we must pay recognition to those 84 teams before I give you the final cut of 27. And if you can look around, we have the California Bears, the US All-Stars, Chicago Catchers, Atlanta GRIFFIN, Atlanta Fire, City Blizzards, PARAMVEER Tigers, GA Spartans, SCPA Titans, the MULTAN Sultans. That's a big name, the MULTAN Sultans. They normally feature in the Pakistan Super League, and they'll be coming here to play in the US Open this time around. There's a partnership with the US All-Stars, so they'll be coming as well. Whether they make the final cut or not, we will find out. And we go further. You have the Florida Spartans, the Miami Knight Riders. Will they be as good as the Trinbago Knight Riders? We will wait to see. And following on, we have the Nepali RHINOS, Silicon Valley X Factors, Cavalier Kings, Faisalabad Falcons all the way from Pakistan, Hanover Huskies, Ohio Falcons, Florida International, Youth City UAE, they're on board as well, Michka Titans Cricket Club, Somerset Cavaliers, the defending champions, and the Florida Scorpions. As we continue, the Adam Sanford All-Stars, US Flyers, Miami Warriors, PVCC, Knights NECC, All Square Sports, Indian Cricket Academy, I hope I pronounce this good, Mahore 11, Miami Sharks, United 11, Oregon Adventures, and Caribbean United. That's 36 of 84. We still want to pay recognition to the others. As I think Carlos will bring it up. Myrtle Grove, Miami, CC, New York Brothers, Pakistan First B, the National Cricket League, Atlantis Cricket Club, Ludor Tigers, St. Lucian, Smart Choice, they've been around for a while, Yash Dallas Cricket Boys, Jinnah Cricket Academy out of Pakistan, Swat Zalmi Cricket Academy, St. Louis United. As we continue, Atmia 11, GSU Cricket Club, West Coast Warriors, Sri Foundation, Relam Sports Academy, Yankee Royal CC, the Underdogs, Kings 11 Chicago, Punjabi Lions, Tigers Cricket Club, Cricket Canada, and Carolina CL. Rounding off, we have Cricket Orlando, Missouri Premier Cricket League, NYNCC, Cricket Junkies, Victoria Zalmi, Carolina All-Stars, Hyderabadi Nawabs, Warsaw Cricket Club, 11 Captains, MS Academy, Black Tridents, Friends Cricket Club. These were some of the teams that registered with us. Houston Stars, Sri Lanka Lions, so it's been spread all over the world. Relam Sports Academy, Alamgir Jim Khana, Benapol Sports Club, Seattle Next Gen, Global Sports, California Kings, Punjab Cricket Club, Kings 11, Chicago Sports Club, Warriors 11, and Chicago All-Stars. So those were the 84. We want to thank you for the interest shown in the Cricket Council USA, for the interest shown in cricket here in the United States. And, you know, I'm sure that the management would have wanted all the teams to play. It's just not possible for that period to, you know, have everyone on board. So what they have done, they have decided on 27. And let's have the first one, Carlos. Atlanta Griffin and their owner, C.K. Yao, and they are on board. He was actually the first man to show up here today for the draft. Congratulations to him. And if that is an indication, you know, the mere fact that he showed up first today, I'm sure that his team will want to end first at this U.S. Open. Moving along, you have the MULTAN Sultans, and they are powered by the U.S. All-Stars. The MULTAN Sultans, they play in the Pakistan Super League. The chairman, Mohammed Qureshi, had discussions with them. They're coming here to play. And a little later on, I will explain to you the benefit of U.S. cricket with the MULTAN Sultans taking part in the U.S. Open. We move along. We want to say congratulations to Mohammed Hassan Tariq as the Atlanta Fires. They are in the final leg of the tournament. GA Spartans and their owner, Devin Ramranch, he can probably start putting things together because they have to be here for when the first ball is bowled on the 19th of December. We move along. We now have the Nepalese RHINOS and their owner, Rocky Khan. So they will also be taking part in this tournament. Let's see how far they will reach. Well, not wanting to miss out on a first prize of $50,000 is the Silicon Valley X Factors and their owner, Zohaib Mukhi. So let's say congratulations to them as well. They're in. Faisalabad Falcons and their owner, Norman Khan Azimi. He's currently in Pakistan, you know, creating excitement, creating interest, and this will go a long way when this team leaves Faisalabad in Pakistan to come into the United States to play at the U.S. Open. And in discussions with him, he said that he is definitely going to win the title this year. Next, we have the Ohio Falcons, and their owner is Mo Qureshi. and they are coming all the way from North. Ohio is a favorite place in the hearts of many Trinidad and Tobago fans because Ohio has produced, together with Cricket Council USA, Muhammad Ali Khan, who is the darling of Trinidad and Tobago. Cavalier Kings is the next team that makes the cut with Dharmesh Shah, the team owner. Let's hear it for them. AFGHAN ZWANAN Cricket Club, their owner is Shakib Rahimi, and this team could spring many surprises in this tournament. Look out for them, remember them. Next we move on to Punjab Cricket Club and their owner Adnan Khan. They'll be looking, of course, to bring that special brand of play. Most of the guys from this team, they are from India, so they'll be looking to come here and capture the title, because this US Open that takes place just a stone's throw away from me has captured the imagination of the cricket fans and cricket players here in North America. Let's hear it for them. Mitch Cassier and the owner Sushil Bhatt, they have been around for a while at US Open as well, and they know where they went wrong the last time. They're looking to put it correct this time around, so we have to look out for them as well. Moving along, we're in the state of Florida, and you can't not have the Florida Scorpions. And their owner Kevin Shah, how deadly this thing will be, we all wait to see. And of course, Miami, just half an hour away from here. If you're driving with Sophia, 15 minutes. And you have Myrtle Grove, Miami, they're here with their owner, Patrick Samuels. At this point in time, I'd just like to pause shortly just to thank again everyone who has shown up here for this draft. When the US Open started 10 years ago, because this is the 11th edition, it was definitely not as big as this. Two great friends had an idea. Mohamed Qureshi, Amin Makatia, both playing cricket and both think that they can outplay the other. Up until today, they will, very early in the morning, they will play tennis. And they play tennis in slow motion. But that's the friendship. That's the brotherhood that has led to something as great as this today, that so many people can be here, and of course viewing across the world the US Open team draft because of those two gentlemen. At this point in time, let's hear it for them. Right, so moving along, Kulvinder Singh, he will have his hands full because his team, the California Kings, they are on board this year's tournament. Global Sports, they come up as well. Their owner, Shahid Ahmed. Global Sports, we haven't heard of them so much at the US Open. And that's a dangerous thing. When you don't know about these men, you don't know about these players, you can't prepare for them. And that is very, very dangerous indeed. Let's hear it for them. I want to say good evening to a very good friend of ours. And that's his Dr. Jagmohan Viroja, just up the road at Wellington. They tell me it's just up the road. I think a little later on, my good friend Dave Sauer and I would walk up to Wellington to tell him congratulations, because his team, the Miami Sharks, they're on board for the US Open. The UCT UAE, this is the 6th time that they are coming to play the US Open. And let me tell you something about this team. They came about 3 seasons ago. They landed and stayed just down the road at the Ramada Plaza, as it was called back then. They were hammered in the first game because they got off the flight, and like my good friend CK just got off the flight and came here directly. They got off the flight, but CK's flight was shorter. These guys were flying for 14 hours. They went into the hotel. They had a game in the evening. They were hammered. They came here to prove a point. Just fast forward 3 days after, they were into the finals. Let's hear it for UCT UAE. They're coming again. Now, Jay Singh is a serious man about his cricket, and he is bringing the CT Blizzards, and he will expect nothing but the best from them. Let's hear it for Jay and his team. We have a collaboration here, and I want to say congratulations to Sanju Patel. Sanju Patel with the US Tigers. They previously won the tournament, but now there is a collaboration with the PARAMVEER team, and they're coming as the PARAMVEER Tigers. And that tells me that if you are a winning team, a couple of seasons ago, Sanju and his team won, and now you can have an amalgamation with another team, it tells me that you're going to be very strong. And I think all the teams will have to look out for this team, the PARAMVEER Tigers. The smashers will be here as well, and you know in T20 cricket you look to smash the ball from ball one, and they are here and their owner Rizwan Mazar. Let's hear it for them. Titans Cricket Club, they're here as well with Chitranjan Singh, the owner, and he will be hoping that his team not only play to win, but the players themselves develop. Cricket Council USA, US Open T20 is all about development. Let's hear it for them. Of course, Prahalad Maharbushi from the Tigers Cricket Club. He was here last year. Very nice gentleman, and one who has done a lot for cricket in his part in terms of development. And he's bringing, for the entire year, they look at players around these parts and look to bring the best at the US Open. So that's the gift. The gift is coming to the US Open, and they are coming. Sadman Dwala brings the Florida Spartans, and I'm sure that they will be looking to make the people of Florida, we're in Florida, they're going to make the people of Florida very proud this time around. And staying with Florida, we have the Florida International, and their owner is Abbas Rahman, who is actually here. Yes. Abbas is here with a better cricketer, his kid, and we want to wish him all the best coming up. He has been a great friend of Cricket Council USA. We want to wish him and his team all the best. What about the Chicago Catchers and my good friend Shiraz Najam? They have done so much great work, Midwest Cricket League in Chicago, but nothing is complete. I had a discussion with him. He said nothing is complete until they crown the year off by appearing at the US Open. So I told him, Shiraz, it's about time that you win it. He said, you know what? This is the year that we are going to win it. Let's hear it for Shiraz. Congratulations to Amir Ahmed, and he is with the Houston Stars, so they will be here as well. We know cricket is big in Houston, so they're coming down here with their best team to see if they can make their fans proud as well. And this is what I wanted to speak to you about, and this is the international tour. Cricket Council USA and the executive together and with consultation from different coaches, different stakeholders. At the end of this tournament, they will be picking a U.S. All-Stars team, players who would have excelled at the tournament. They will be chosen to go on an international tour. Obviously, the first step will be the MULTAN Sultans. They're going to form an amalgamation. They're going to play a couple matches with the MULTAN Sultans before they go into the PSL. And I think Amin McCarthy mentioned earlier on today that it's not only going to be Pakistan. They may well end up in the Caribbean. Everybody wants to end up in the Caribbean. So that is something that the players will want to keep a keen eye. They'll want to come here and don't come here on a vacation. They will want to come, work hard, because at the end of the day, that is the result. Congratulations to CCUSA on this initiative. But before we end this team draft, I would like to call on the chairman of Cricket Council USA, Mohammed Qureshi, just to say a few words. He's in the audience. He's very busy at the moment, but he's going to come up just to say a few words. He's been working very hard. His work starts the day after the US Open in preparing for the next one. Such is the passion that this man have for cricket. They call him the godfather of cricket here in America. Mark, I'm sure you're very, very proud and pleased tonight to welcome these 27 teams to your tournament.
Actually, I welcome to all the team who has been registered. Is a number of 84, 85 teams. I'm so proud to see that. But as you know, we cannot occupy every one of them, and we choose for the basis of the come first, and they've been with us longer. So next year we have more spot open for these other teams. And first of all, congratulations who's been selected. All the teams in coming play this year and 2019, and they be one of the champion.
Well, we want to thank you for all your hard work. Of course, you know, you've made this possible, the U.S. Open, you're in the 11th year, but you're celebrating something that is even bigger, which is the 20th anniversary of CCUSA. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, we've been organized cricket in USA last 20 years, 1999, come with a vision promoting cricket in USA, and this is the 20-year anniversary, and it took longer to justify to cricket one of the American games. But we are here. If you look at it all over the world, the game recognizing it, and especially U.S. Open after the tennis and golf, and U.S. Open cricket is the number 3rd largest sports in USA. I'm so proud to see that, and legacy is there. U.S. Open is here. Come watch in 2019 on the Cross Stadium Stadium, and I like to invite every one of them who love cricket, who like to learn, and who want to see the sports, one of the American sports, T20 U.S. Open. Come on December 19th and 8:30.
Well, thanks a lot, Mark. And Mark has promised, of course, this vision came about because of discussions he had with Mohammed Amin Maqtv, and he has promised to allow Mohammed Amin Maqtv to win him at tennis tomorrow morning. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you all, and congratulations again, and congratulations to all the player has been drafted and coming in here and the draft and register. So the best teams owners, they will gonna choose the best pick for them teams, and let's watch U.S. Open 2019.
Well, thanks a lot, Mark. And you may be wondering what's the next step. So the teams have been finalized. We have a list with the players, and some very, very good players indeed. This list now goes to the team owners. The team owners will then formalize their team. They will then bring it back to CCUSA for ratification, because you don't want one player being chosen on 2 teams. That can't happen. So after that, then we will reveal the players who would have made all 27 teams. And I'm sure you're wondering, we have now chosen the teams. What's the state of the tournament? You know, how far we are in terms of planning. And joining me now is the Cricket Operations Director at CCUSA, Sufyan Kamar. And he will probably, just before we close, he will bring us up to scratch as to where they are with the tournament that is expected to start on the 19th of December. Sufyan Kamar. Let's hear it for him. A very hard-working young man. Sufyan, the teams have been finalized. I know that you go back into your meetings and everything like that, because now you have to find a format for these teams, and also to make sure that everything is in place at the stadium.
Yeah, so it's very difficult to figure out how many teams we want to play every year. We have to visit all of our fields that we use. We have 11 that are in the vicinity, all within a half an hour of each other. So we like to visit them all, check how the condition is of the outfields, the pitch, all that. I mean, we have hurricanes, we have a lot of natural disasters, lots of rain and stuff like that. So we don't want to have these games played on fields that we don't think are up to the level of the tournament. So we try to limit those teams based on that. So we'd like to apologize to all the teams that were not able to get into this tournament. We urge you to come back and register next year, and we hope that you can get in. A lot of these teams that you saw up here are returning teams, so these teams know what the tournament is like, and they'll probably register for next year before they even make it here to play this tournament. So I urge everybody to go and register as soon as possible. As soon as you get that email, go register. And you know, you want to be here. It's not a tournament to miss. It's one of its it's one of the only type in the world, and it's played at the only stadium in North America. So I mean, it's definitely a one-of-a-kind tournament organized by a one-of-a-kind man, and you know, it's something that you don't want to miss, basically.
Well, we want to wish you all the best. We want to thank you for your contribution to U.S. cricket.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Well, that has brought us to the end of our team draft here on maqtv. And Mohammed Amin Makati, I've spoken so much about him tonight, and Mark has kindly consented to allow him to win one match tomorrow. He must come and say a few words. Of course, he will thank those who he have to thank before we close off. Mohammed Amin Makati, I even see that he has started to play cricket again. I mean, I'm sure you're very proud. You had a big hand in the concept that is U.S. Open T20.
Well, it's a team play, so I think we are one of me and Mac were the earlier one, but I'm sure there's so many people who have helped us in this entire process. So, first of all, I want to thank all the teams who are being selected, and all the team owners and our sponsors who have participated in the entire event. Congratulations to CCUSA operation and the entire team for arranging that. This event is getting bigger and bigger. But I want to thank USA Cricket and also ICC for endorsing and sanctioning the tournament. I just want all the team who are participating to know that this tournament has gone to a next level now, and ICC will have officials involved at the operational level. They are going to send their anti-corruption, the team which is going to follow up on the rules and regulation. They will be talking to all the managers and the coaches and the team owners, as we used to do that. We used to have our own internal team from Canada, Mr. Shah and Prem Prasad and some of those guys. But now ICC officially will be sending individuals, and they will be talking to the teams. So we got to make sure if you're not affiliated with any individual who's blacklisted by ICC or USA Cricket, and you got to make sure that you only involve individuals in your organization and your team. When you come here, they have a clean slate, because we can't guarantee your participation if you, for some reason, are not, passing the test, basically. So that's one of the things I want to mention. I want to really thank USA Cricket, Mr. Higgins especially, for putting a lot of time with us working. And also, we have invited, as you mentioned, the banquet that we have, and we are expecting some of the top officials from different boards. We have invited a board chairman of West Indies Cricket, Afghanistan Cricket. I'm hoping that USA Cricket, Mr. Higgins will show up. And also, there's so many people are invited. So, yes, please make sure you are part of the event. That's 20th anniversary event that we have. And we want to celebrate that. We want to thank everyone who's been part of the journey. And also, we want to recognize people. Of course, we'll recognize you. You have been recognizing everybody all along for every event. So, great job. I think I just want to make sure that people are registering their player within time, within the next few days. So, because we need to send the final list back to ICC once all the drafts is done. So, and they need to make sure that the lists are clean and approved. So they need to, there's one more round before you can actually say that your team is playing. So once we have your team in here, we will send it to ICC right away and USA Cricket, and then they will come back and okay or not. Hopefully they will okay all the teams. I'm just saying that we don't have control on that yet. So you might be able to select a person, and we can't stop. So you have to make sure that it's not in our control to approve your entire team. So be careful who you select. And if you know anything about, someone who's not, really well known in the cricketing world, please avoid that person. All right. So I want to thank you very much. Appreciate that. And I want to thank everyone, for being part of USA Cricket and CCUSA. Thank you.
Well, thanks a lot to Amin Makati, a wonderful gentleman, a man who has done so much for development in terms of using not only cricket as a tool, but other avenues to help develop a human being. But before we close, I want to say a heartfelt thank you to Sheila Sao, Dave Sao, and Pradeep Sao for hosting us at this wonderful venue. And right now, all the team owners and all the officials and fans of US Open, they're enjoying Joy's doubles. And of course, we can attest it's the best food here in South Florida.